Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I just wanted to give a quick update which I'm filming on my phone because my camera is in Japan. So for those of you who are wondering from my last video if I made it back to Scotland or not, well, here I am. So I just wanted to give a quick coronavirus based update for a number of reasons. One, I think that the last video I filmed about it was almost 3 weeks ago. It's a rapidly developing situation, so my advice and my opinions and stuff have changed. I wanted to talk about why I ultimately decided to come back to Scotland for this trip and if it was the right decision, if I'll have any difficulty getting back, and just stuff like that. So I'll try and keep it brief because I'm not going to edit this video, so please bear with me if I ramble a little bit. But no, I'm just going to get straight into it. So first of all, the main thing is, in the previous video I made about the virus, I was advising people who already had existing plans to come to Japan for a trip to just monitor the situation and decide for themselves if it was worth the risk. But now I'm more in the mindset of you should be looking to cancel those trips because, well, for a number of reasons. You'll probably have to self-quarantine for 2 weeks, whether you have symptoms or not. If you don't have a visa, which I know at least for a lot of European countries you didn't need one for short trips, you now do, even for those short visits. And a lot of touristy stuff will be closed as well, so like what's the point if you can't do any of the fun stuff there? It's just not a fun time to be anywhere, so why would you spend all that money going somewhere where you're not going to be able to enjoy it properly? So yeah, but having said that, obviously I'm in Scotland now, so people have been asking me, am I going to be able to make it back? And as things stand, I think I will be okay. And today is Thursday, I'm supposed to fly on Monday morning. Obviously things could change between now and then, but people who have a regular residence in Japan, like me, are being allowed back in at the moment. I will just have to self quarantine for 2 weeks, so that's going to be fun. But unless the airports in Scotland close and before that point, then I don't see any reason why I won't be able to make it back. The reason I ultimately decided to come to Scotland in the first place because I was still unsure if I would cancel the trip or not in that last video. But ultimately, I think that, well, personally, I think this whole virus situation will not be over by the summer, which I was thinking if I cancel now, I'll just go in summer, but I don't think I would be able to go in summer, to be honest. And if I don't go in summer, the next realistic time is Christmas, but then by that point, 6 months later, I'd be coming home anyway, so why would I go then? So, like, yeah, I just thought I'm just gonna go now, whatever happens, happens. And I'm really glad that I did come home ultimately. The first part of the holiday, I was very busy seeing people, friends, and stuff. I've seen most of my good friends, apart from one or two who unfortunately had some symptoms and were self isolating. I think they'll be fine, but let's keep fingers crossed. Um, so yeah, I was pretty tired for the first part of the weekend. The whole time I was thinking, you know what, if my flight gets cancelled, I'm not going to be mad about it. But now that things are starting to slow down socially and again the situation is developing, schools are closing here, stuff like that, more people are cancelling, more people are taking the whole self-isolation thing seriously and social distancing and that kind of thing, which is good. um, but I just think that I am now quite anxious to get back to Japan and I would like to ride out this whole situation in Japan, not because I think it's better or worse over there, risk wise, but in here in Scotland, for me, it's much more stressful because in Japan, I'm only really coming into contact with other ALTs and then people at work, and the ALTs, my friends, we're all for the most part young, healthy people, and if God forbid the virus does get any of us, I think in the most likely case, we'll be fine. Whereas here, there's more of a responsibility and more of a risk because you're coming into contact with your parents, your grandparents, and people that are just more at risk that you care about. Um, so I think it's more stressful because, like, even with all of my friends here, a lot of them in Edinburgh still live with their family or come into regular contact with them, and so you have to really think about taking more measures and uh, you know, you don't what you want to avoid your family because you don't want to accidentally give them anything, but in a lot of cases you need to help them out and stuff, and it's difficult, and the stress is just a lot more palpable because of that. And so even if in Japan I still have to go to school every day and I can't self isolate, at least I can isolate myself from the more vulnerable people that I really care about, which is my priority. So I really do hope at the moment that I can make it back to the. I really do hope, as the situation stands, that I can make it back to Japan. I've also realised that since I'm not going to be able to travel much this year, which was my plan, I'll have to do all my travelling next year. And instead of saving next year, I'm going to have to really save money hard now to have for after the JET program. So when I go back, hopefully, which I can, I'll probably be self-isolating beyond the 2 weeks, not for health risk reasons, but for financial reasons more than anything else. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think, to be honest, everyone really should be limiting how much they go out and stuff anyway right now. Um, so yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But in summary, I'm glad I came home. I've enjoyed my trip, but I'm ready to go back now, and I hope that I can. Yeah. So, I hope everyone stays safe. If you enjoyed this video, or maybe not enjoyed, it's not a very cheery topic, but if you found it interesting or useful or something, give it a like. If you want to see more thrilling content like this, then do subscribe. I don't know when my next video will be, because if I don't get back, then I won't have my camera and stuff, so we'll see. But I will see you again in the future. So until then, guys, see you later.